Hi, everybody. Welcome to the KaiNexus Continuous Improvement Podcast. I'm Mark Graven, and we're joined today by the newest member of, well, this is not quite true. We are adding a lot of people to the team. She was one of the newest people to join the KaiNexus team. She is Morgan Wright. Morgan, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's really good to have you here on the podcast. It's great to have you part as the team. And you had a stint of how long as being the newest team member, like a week or two?
Yes, about 5 days I was the newest. So I'm happy to hand off that hat to the next newest person.
Well, we'll do some more of these in the series. And could you explain a little bit for the audience? I know you're new to the role, but I think it's exciting that you get to create the role. Maybe first off, what is the role of a customer marketing manager?
Yeah, that's a great question. So as the customer marketing manager, like you mentioned, what's cool about this role, especially here at KaiNexus, is that we're kind of learning along the way as to really what kind of my role entails. So really right now, I'm working with different customers of all different shapes, customers that we've had, new customers, and just kind of making sure that their internal team are using KaiNexus and really understands, the benefits. So how do we speak to their internal teams so that they see the benefit of them using the platform, each and every day? And it's not just another, task that they have to work on. So that's going to include building marketing collateral, sitting in on meetings and kind of understanding, kind of what best word choice to use, blog posts, emails, etc. So kind of figuring that piece out along the way.
Well, as happens in a growing company, again, you're the first person in this role, so I'm excited that you'll be defining that, and really happy to have you as part of the team and doing that. As you shared in a blog post, Morgan, you wrote there about your background and why you joined the company. Can you tell us, a little bit about your background, your education, where your career started, and how you ended up here at KaiNexus?
Yeah, absolutely. So I went to Baylor University up in Waco, of course. I graduated with a marketing degree in 2019. So throughout kind of my time at Baylor, I knew that I wanted to do something in that marketing field and didn't know quite what that meant. And so after school, I was kind of presented with an opportunity here in Austin through a friend to work in kind of advertising sales, and learned a lot, worked in that same role for about a year and a half. And about that year and a half mark, so at the beginning of this year, felt like it was time for a change. I really knew that I enjoyed being in that customer facing role. It was exciting, something new every day, kind of being able to establish that relationship and help solve people's problems. But I knew I wanted to get into something a little bit less in that sales role and more in that marketing side. So as I began kind of my job search, those were the things I had in mind. Working in marketing, working, customer facing, but what exactly did that mean? So when I came across this, customer marketing manager position with KaiNexus, it really stood out to me. Reading these bullet points for the job description, I was like, wow, this all sounds really exciting. And I know I shared in my blog post, one of my favorite parts about this job description actually was at the very end, and this isn't word for word, but it basically said something like, we encourage everybody to apply. There is no perfect candidate. And it really just resonated with me. I knew this was the kind of company that I wanted to work for and that would help build me up and into my career and to be the best, marketer that I could be. And so, I applied and crossed my fingers and ended up getting, a response back. And the interview process was about 2 weeks, but truly from the first interview, who was actually with my boss now, I knew this was the place I wanted to be. I was interviewing with different companies, but KaiNexus was always number one. And I couldn't even put my finger on it at first. I didn't even know too much about KaiNexus in that first interview, but I just knew that this is where I wanted to be. So when I got the job offer about 2 weeks later, it was a no-brainer. And, I accepted. And actually tomorrow will be my 1 month anniversary, which is crazy. And been learning a lot and loving it.
Well, good. I'm glad. And I'm happy to hear that statement in the job posting caught your attention because, we wanted people to not be scared off to say, well, I haven't done this exact role at this exact type of company before.
Right.
Like we wanted to help attract talented people who are willing to try something new and to grow with us as the company continues to grow. So
Exactly.
I'm glad that caught your attention and that was appealing to you. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
About that. When we've talked to other people in this series, a lot of times people say, and this is fine, and this is good. I didn't know a lot about continuous improvement before I joined the company. And I know you're just a month into it, but I guess I would ask you to share, like, what's something that has stood out to you within this realm or this practice of whether we call it continuous improvement or lean or lean Six Sigma, forget the labels for a minute, but I'm curious if you could share something that stands out to you that's been new and has been interesting or is connected with you about continuous improvement.
Absolutely. So I think similar to probably some other answers that you've gotten, I didn't come from, a software continuous improvement field. So this was all very new to me. I know throughout the interview process, they explained to me pretty high level what it meant and I could understand it. I could kind of get that general, knowledge for it. But I think over this past month, something that's really stood out to me about continuous improvement itself is just really the emphasis on everybody. It's these frontline workers that really are going to be driving these changes. It's not just up to, the manager or the supervisors to make the change, and maybe the people in these frontline roles maybe feel like they're voiceless or that things that are happening, they don't have any control over. I think KaiNexus gives everybody a voice to help solve these problems and to make their organization and their job overall a better experience. I think this is going to improve company morale. This is going to just improve the company overall. I think if everybody's really committed to it, it can be monumental.
Yeah, and that really is a big part of our mission here of helping everybody in an organization be involved with improvement, to be heard, to be participating, to be excited about
Absolutely.
it. And, I'm glad that stood out to you. It seems like, again, coming back to your role is to help customers, is this fair to say, to help them market the idea of continuous improvement within their organizations?
Exactly.
So that's really going to be helpful to our customers. And, I think as we believe at KaiNexus, when our customers do well, we're happy to see that. And if they do well, then I think we do well as a company. We're here to support our customers and the important work that they're doing. So as part of that growing team, Morgan Wright, again, is the newest member of our team, the customer marketing manager. And for those who follow our blog, you said they're going to be seeing posts from you.
Yes. So that is my new baby is these blog posts. So stay tuned.
So everyone, please go to blog.kainexus.com. I'll put a link specifically to the post that Morgan wrote about joining the company, and you can read all of the other content there. Again, blog.kainexus.com. So Morgan, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your background and your early days, your first month here at KaiNexus. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
Thanks for listening to the KaiNexus Continuous Improvement Podcast. If you'd like to learn more about our company, you can go to KaiNexus.com. Please follow, rate, and review. I hope you'll be back to hear more from KaiNexus team members and all of the content that we share here on the podcast.